Welcome to the Event Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Tonight, the Wolverines with a record of 9-12 get ready to hook up with the University of Texas Pan American. The Broncos coming in with a record of 3-20. Hi there, everybody. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson. And Matt, the game tonight is kind of secondary because tonight's all about former Wolverine star Ronnie Price. Earlier this afternoon, inducted into the Utah Valley University Hall of Fame, considered one of the greatest athletes to ever play in any sport here on this campus. And tonight he'll be honored at halftime on the court right here where he first made a name for himself. You know all about Ronnie Price. You played with him a year here.
Definitely. It's going to be a very special night for a very special player. As you can see, the atmosphere is very live with all the people that have come out to support Ronnie, which goes to show what kind of an influence he did have on this community. You know, what a great player he was. He helped put Utah Valley on the map. He helped establish the program to where it is today, and it is so well deserved what he's going to get tonight.
Of course, Ronnie Price, now a member of the Utah Jazz, backing up Darren Williams at point guard. So it should be a fun night here, honoring one of the greatest basketball players to ever play on this basketball court.
Definitely. You know, Ronnie had so many accomplishments throughout his career. Many of the things that he did were on and off the court, as we have said, but more especially what he did on the court was what set him apart and helped him be established as probably the greatest basketball player that's ever passed through this program.
All right, now let's take a look at the game tonight on the Costa Vida pregame show. Wolverines coming off a tough road trip back east, 0-2, but they're back home, and they're good at home, 8-2 here in the Event Center.
Yeah, Wolverines generally come out with a lot of energy at home, and I expect them to do that tonight. They're going to have to get off to a very fast start. They've been shooting the ball very poorly, especially on the road, and their defense is going to have to improve because Pan America is going to bring a team that's going to look to drive to the basket, going to look to shoot the three, and is going to look to take the crowd out of the game with how many people are going to be here. So that's going to be a definite challenge for the Wolverines.
Texas Pan American, they only average about 58 points a game. Their leading scorer is only has a 10-point average, and you can see they only shoot 37%. So, and they give up 73 points. So this is a good chance for the Wolverines to get back on track.
Yeah, definitely. As Coach Hunsaker used to always say, that when you have somebody who only averages 10 points, you never know who's going to be able to go off and score a lot of points. So every Wolverine player on defense is going to have to be well aware of who they're guarding, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and all of those things put together and combined will definitely contribute to a win.
All right, that will do it for our Costa Vida pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off. Utah Valley University and Texas Pan American from the Event Center in Orem. Welcome to the Event Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Tonight, the UVU Wolverines coming in with a record of 9-12. Get ready to hook up with the University of Texas Pan American. The Broncos coming in with a record of 3-20. Rod Zundel along with my partner Matt Peterson. And Matt, tonight's a special night here on 1400 K-Star and UVU TV. It's a simulcast, but it's all about Ronnie Price. Earlier this afternoon, he was inducted into the Utah Valley University Hall of Fame, and then he'll be honored at halftime. And you know all about him. You played with him for a year.
You know, Rod, you often hear in sports, you hear so much talk about how a player can influence on the court and off the court, and I think Ronnie exemplifies that more than anybody. What a great influence he had to the people in the community, to the people on the campus of the university, and you know, what got him to where he is now is his basketball skill. What a great player he was, and it's great to see him rewarded with being inducted to the Hall of Fame, to, you know, being one of the first setting the path for future basketball players to be in the Hall of Fame as well.
And now, of course, Ronnie Price, a member of the Utah Jazz in the NBA, backing up Darren Williams at point guard. So, Matt, it should be a festive night. A nice crowd here, probably the largest crowd of the season to honor Ronnie Price at halftime. So it should be a festive night. And this is a good time for the Wolverines to get back on track. They had a tough road trip back east last week. They went 0 for 2 in a blowout loss to New Jersey Institute of Technology a week ago. But much different story here at home. The Wolverines are 8-2 in this building.
They're going to have to get off to a fast start. We always talk about on these broadcasts, we talk about the importance of the Wolverines to play good, solid, tough defense. They have done that. The problem coming for the Wolverines in the last couple of games has been their inability to score on the offensive end. So a question that we can pose tonight, looking forward to the first of this game, is who's going to score? Who's going to pick up the burden scoring for the Wolverines? Because in their past 2 games, they didn't score above 46 points. So we need to find out who's going to be that contributor.
Texas Pan American only averages 58 points a game, and they give up 73. So this may be a good chance for the Wolverines to get some kind of momentum going.
Yeah, and as we said, the Wolverines play with great energy, great emotion, great focus when they're at home. And I expect the crowd to be a factor tonight, to provide the players with some energy and with some life. And obviously with Ronnie being here and the day that it is, I'm sure that he wants nothing more than to see the Wolverines come out and play their best, play the hardest that they can, and end with a victory.
Yeah, and some big-name friends of Ronnie Price are here. Darren Williams, the point guard for the Jazz. Jerry Sloan was here. Kosta Koufis, one of his teammates from the Jazz. They're all in attendance here for the induction ceremony earlier, and we expect them to at least be here till halftime. So it should be a fun night here at the Event Center in Orem, Utah, on the campus of Utah Valley University. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the starting lineups and tip-off as we get ready for Wolverine basketball right here in Orem.
Think back to when you were a child. What did you dream of becoming as an adult? A pilot? A teacher? A nurse? Maybe a mathematician, a mechanic, or a scientist. Did you dream about helping others and achieving great things? Now imagine a place where everyone is focused on your success, where ideas flow and dreams are realized. Imagine an education that is personal, engaging, fun, and professional. A place where your professors know you by name and are devoted to your development. With an education from UVU, all of this becomes true. Utah Valley University. It's your dream. It's your university.
Lauren Burton, Miss Utah Valley University 2010, with the rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner in front of a large crowd here at the Event Center in Orem on the campus of Utah Valley University. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson getting you ready for tonight's game between the Wolverines and the Broncos of Texas Pan American. You saw the standings a moment ago. Kind of a crucial game in the Great West Conference, because the Wolverines coming in with a record of 2-2 and 2-3 in conference play, and the Broncos with a record of 2-2 and only a half game ahead of the Wolverines. So this is a good chance as they move into the second half of the season to make a run starting tonight.
Yeah, it definitely is. We've often talked about how the winner of the Great West Tournament will get an automatic invite to the CIT, which is the collegeinsider.com postseason tournament. And this is the first year that the Wolverines have been eligible for that, and many of the teams that they play, it's the first year that they've been eligible for. So what we we like to see that the Wolverines are near the top of the standings, and it means that they have something to play for at the end of the year. So these games in the middle of the season are so crucial. You know, so often we see people think that the games at the end of the season are the ones that are most crucial, but I think that these in the middle are what makes the end of the season that much easier. So it's important, as you said, to come out tonight, a very, very crucial game against Pan American, and the Wolverines definitely need to come out with a victory.
All right, the Broncos making their way out onto the floor to make final preparations. And one thing you may want to be aware of here, a name you're probably familiar with for the Pan American team, for the Broncos, Manny Hendricks. He will come off the bench tonight. Manny Hendricks, yes, that is the son of Manny Hendricks, the former Ute basketball player and also Dallas Cowboys safety back in the NFL. So he's coming back home tonight, kind of, and he'll be able to play in front of a lot of hometown fans and family.
You know, I know that in many of the games that I played in, Coach would always talk about how those players that are coming home, they're going to be very, very excited to play here. They're going to come out with the highest intensity possible because they do probably have some fans that are in the crowd. So watch for him, Manny Hendricks, to come out with a lot of intensity at the beginning of today's game.
And now the Wolverines making their way out onto the basketball floor as we are moments away from tip-off of tonight's game here in the Event Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Jerry Sloan making his way to courtside and watching one of his Jazz players, Ronnie Price, tonight, who will be honored at halftime. It's Ronnie Price night here on the campus of Utah Valley University. He was inducted into the UVU Hall of Fame. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with the starting lineups and the tip-off tonight's game, Utah Valley University and the University of Texas Pan American. This is 1400 K-Star and UVU TV.
I'm Destiny, and I'm a dancer. I don't practice until I get it right. I practice till I can't get it wrong.
Hi, I'm Devin, and I'm a rock climber. And I never stop reaching for the top.
I'm Kyle. I play the guitar. I love playing the guitar because it's tough, but I don't do drugs.
And I don't drink alcohol.
I don't have to.
87% of Utah County teens don't use tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs. 70% of them never even tried. So play hard, play clean, live a drug-free life.
There is Jerry Sloan, head basketball coach of the Utah Jazz, and his wife Tammy, as Jerry is on hand to honor Ronnie Price as he was inducted into the UVU Hall of Fame tonight and will be honored at halftime. Jerry Sloan, also Jazz assistant Phil Johnson is here, and Jazz president Randy Rigby also in attendance. Darren Williams was here for the induction ceremony earlier, so some dignitaries on hand. You know, Steve Watts is not here, but Jerry Sloan is.
You know, I think we're wishing around here that we could have Ronnie Price Hall of Fame night just about every night to bring out the people that have come and the crowd that has come and willing to celebrate this night with him. But, you know, it's great. Great to see all these people come out to support Ronnie. You know, the game is very important as well. We've talked about many different things that the Wolverines are going to have to do. So let's see if they can execute what they've been taught this week in preparation for.
One player to look out for the Broncos, Jared Marie, a 6'3 sophomore. He's the only Bronco player in double figures in season average, 10 points. Nobody else in double figures. It's a kind of a balanced scoring attack. You've got averaging 10 points, 9 points, 8 points, 8 points, 6 points. So no real big offensive threat you need to worry about for the Broncos.
Yeah, but as we also said too, Rod, I mean, you got to be careful that anybody can score on you at any time. So I think that they're, even though they don't have a potentially high score, they're going to have a pretty balanced scoring attack from every member of their team. So the Wolverines have prepared defensively for that. But you know, we've always talked about the Wolverines and their defense. They've played pretty good defense. If, as you say, that Texas Pan America only only scores 58 points. The Wolverines have to keep up with that, having only averaged 44 points in their last 2 games. So definitely they're going to have to come out offensively and be ready to go.
All right, we are ready for the announcement of the starting lineups for both teams. Utah Valley University coming in with a record of 9-12, 2-3 in conference play. The Wolverines, though, are very good at home, 8-2. The Broncos, overall record of 3 wins, 20 losses, 2-2 in conference play. But Matt, Broncos are 0 for 13 on the road, so they're not a good road team. And the keys to the game, you said it, Wolverines have to get out to a fast start, and that may, if they get out to a fast start, that may do it.
Yeah, it may put the Broncos away before even 2 or 3 minutes has elapsed in the game. But the Broncos are going to come in with that mindset that, you know what, we got to come out and play very well at the beginning so we can take this crowd out of the game, and that we can make sure that the Wolverines don't have the intensity that they need to put us away early. So I think it's going to be a very intense first couple of minutes to this game.
Ronnie Price just making his way to courtside with his wife Jenni and his family. They're here from Houston to be with him on this special night. Of course, Ronnie will get back to work at practice for the Jazz tomorrow morning and get ready for the Denver Nuggets in a big conference showdown Saturday night in Salt Lake City. So a festive night here, Matt. We haven't seen a night like this in a long, long time.
Yeah, I'm fairly jealous. We never got this when I played. Never got to see this same kind of crowd or pregame type of stuff. So I know it adds to the energy of the game as we see Ronnie there with his family and with other close friends of his. So yeah, what a great environment it is for any fan of basketball.
As we announce tonight's starting lineups, Minutemen Press, the first and last step in printing. First for the visiting Texas Pan American.
Now the starting lineup for the University of Texas Pan American Broncos, coached by Ryan Marks in his first season. Starting at 1 guard position is Julius Hearn, 6-foot junior, averaging 5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Nick Weiermiller, 6'1 junior, 8 points a game and 2 rebounds. Jared Marie, a 6'3 sophomore, 10 points, 4 rebounds a game. Luis Valera will also start at 1 forward spot, 6'7 senior, 9 points, 5 rebounds a game. Aaron Urbanus will start at the other guard spot, 6-foot freshman, 6 points, 1 rebound a game, and that's your starting lineup for the Texas Pan American Broncos. And now, the starting lineup for your Utah Valley University Wolverines. Rory Fannin will get another start, 6'9 sophomore out of New Zealand, averaging 1 point and 2 rebounds a game. Sean Deadweiler, 6'3 junior out of Phoenix, 9 points a game, 2 rebounds will be the other starting guard. Eric Dearden will also get the start tonight, 6'2 junior from Riverton High School.
California number 14,
Jordan Swarbrick, 6'6 freshman, 6'6 senior, from El Dorado, California, averaging 12 points and 5 rebounds a game. Tyree Petty at the other guard spot, 6'3 senior out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tyree is averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds a game. And those are your starting lineups for tonight's game between the Broncos and the Wolverines. Of course, Utah Valley University, coached by Dick Hunsaker, and besides you being one of his prize players, Ronnie was one of his first stars.
Yeah, I like to tell people that I played with Ronnie and that Coach Hunsaker liked me more than he liked Ronnie, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. But you know what a great honor it was for me and pleasure for me to play with Ronnie, only for 1 year, sadly, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I like to brag that up. A lot of people, whenever I tell people that I played at Utah Valley, everyone always asks me if I played with Ronnie Price, and I say yeah, so what a great impact he's had.
Nick Weiermiller will also be on the starting lineup for the Broncos. Weiermiller averaging 8 points and 2 rebounds. So we are about set here for tip-off. Utah Valley University and Texas Pan American. Rory Fannin inside the circle to jump up with Luis Valera. And the tip is controlled by the Broncos. Wire Miller's got it on the right side, looking inside, nothing there. Now back out to Urbanis. Over to Hearns. Trying to get it inside, but it's stolen away. Jordan Swarbrick with a steal, and right there, Wolverines playing some aggressive defense.
You know, with the start of these games where there is high energy, I look for a lot of turnovers, and the first play of the game for Pan America ends in a turnover. See if the Wolverines can't do the same.
Swarbrick, top of the key, left side to Dearden. Dearden makes a move inside, pulls up, shoots the 5-footer, no good. Rebound, Broncos. Urbanis has got it, across the midcourt stripe. Off to the right side to Hearns. Back to Wiremiller, top of the key. Bob inside, back out to Wiremiller. Marie's got it, puts up a move, and he's called for traveling. Two trips down the floor, 2 turnovers on the Wolverine defense.
You know, you can credit that to the aggressiveness of the Wolverine defense. A lot of the movement that came from Texas Pan America on those 2 possessions was just around the perimeter, and that's exactly what you can ask for in a defense, is to keep the ball out of the lane.
Eric Dearden has the ball tipped away by Hearns, out of bounds. Wolverine basketball. Just underway here, less than 2 minutes gone by in the first half, no score. Wolverines and the Broncos of Texas Pan America. Swarbrick inbounding the ball to Dearden, out by the midcourt stripe. Left-hand dribble over to Deadweiler on the right side. Looking inside to Fannin, can't find him. Swarbrick's got it, top of the key, inside to Fannin, now a dribble drive, puts up a shot off the glass, good. Swarbrick with the first 2 points of the ball game.
The Wolverines have a ton of success when they can do just that, when they can drive and penetrate. Every player for the Wolverines, save maybe Rory on the floor right now, has the ability to drive to the basket.
Hearns got it out to Wiremiller. Wiremiller right-handed dribble inside the paint. Dishes off to Valera. Wiremiller puts up the 3, no good. And rebounded by the Wolverines, Deadweiler. Deadweiler brings it all the way across to Swarbrick. Swarbrick right wing to Petty. Inside to Fannin, puts up the shot, off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, picked up by the Broncos. Wide open shot there by Fannin, just a little bit too hard. Hearns got it on the left wing, top of the key, Wiremiller. Now Hearns is setting the offense, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Urbanis pulls up for 3, short. Rebound, Wolverines, Tyree Petty. 2-0's our score, Utah Valley on top. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the first half. Swarbrick inside to Deadweiler, blocked away, and the loose ball is picked up by the Broncos. Wiremiller's got it. Left-handed dribble, pulls up, knocked away by Swarbrick. He's got an open lane to the basket, going up, and hammers it home. Jordan Swarbrick, 3 turnovers by the Wolverine defense, and Coach Ryan Marks wants a timeout to talk this over.
You know, let's go back to something that you said, talking about how the Wolverines can put the Broncos away early. We haven't even played 3 minutes yet. Wolverines with, you know, as you said, forcing 3 turnovers from Pan America, converting them into baskets. Great start for the Wolverines. Couldn't ask for much better than what they've come out with tonight.
And this is a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. Jordan Swarbrick outscoring the Broncos 4-0.
Yeah, definitely, as we see him with the finish here. Jordan does a very nice job of getting out, putting pressure on the guards or whoever he's guarding to cause those turnovers. He denies the basketball very well. He has a number of baskets this season resulting from that same exact type of play. Just a sloppy pass and a nice steal, anticipating where the ball's going to go.
You know, and these players know that Jerry Sloan, the head basketball coach for the Utah Jazz, is in the audience. They know that.
I think so.
They really want to be impressive.
Well, they've come out to a very good start so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
4-0 Utah Valley out on top. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the first half. Broncos with the ball. That is Valera to Urbanis. He'll take a left-handed layup and good off the glass. So the first 2 going to Aaron Urbanis for the Broncos. 4-2 Wolverines.
Rod, one of the keys that we said at the very beginning of the game for the Wolverines, stop the penetration. That's when they have a hard time, is when they can't stop that penetration.
A whistle and a foul called on the Broncos, and that will be called on Jared Marie. As he got a little too close, the hand check on Swarbrick. First team foul for either team. 16:30 left here in the first half. 4-2. Wolverines out on top. Swarbrick's got it, top of the key. Picked up by Marie. Looking inside to Fannin. Fannon's got a height advantage, but they can't get it to him. Dearden has it on the left wing, makes a move, and a charging foul will be called on Eric Dearden as Julius Hearns got position and he went down. First foul on Eric Dearden, first team foul on the Wolverines.
Eric is very aggressive when he gets the basketball. He's always looking to drive, and if you're a defense that's well prepared, you'll know to do just exactly what the Pan American player did, was take a charge.
Wiremiller's got it on the top of the key. Underneath to Valera, makes a move, and an air ball rebounded by Tyree Petty. Valera averaging 9 points a game, but didn't draw anything there. Petty's got it for the Wolverines. Inside to Fannin, ball's knocked away, last touch by the Broncos. So the Wolverines will get it with 24 seconds on the shot clock. However, we have a timeout on the floor, so we'll take one as well. With 15:53 left here in the first half, the Wolverines out on top of the Broncos, 4-2 on the Wolverines basketball broadcast on 1400 K-Star and UVU TV.
Okay, we're here with Darren Williams. Darren, what does Ronnie Price bring to the Utah Jazz?
Brings a lot. He's my backup, the guy who
Thanks for doing this. We're here with Darren Williams. Darren, what does Ronnie Price bring to the Utah Jazz?
It brings a lot of heart, a lot of determination. He's a guy who never gives up, never quits. He's just a true success story, and he's great for our team. He's a great teammate, a great friend.
Anything you'd like to say to him on this special night?
Just congratulations. It's a big day for him. I'm proud of him. He really deserves everything that came his way.
Okay, thanks. Back to Rod.
All right, thank you, Michelle Barrett. Darren Williams, Kyle Korver now in the arena on this special night for Ronnie Price being inducted into the Hall of Fame earlier. Wolverines with the basketball up 4-2. Swarbrick's got it, put up a 15-footer, in and out, and rebound the Broncos. Manny Hendricks has the ball, just checking into the game, into the paint, back outside to Wiremiller, back to Hendricks, he'll put up the lefty, no good. Rebound by Tyree Petty. Aaron England out of Cypress High School just checked in, and he'll take the three, no good. Rebound by Justin Baker, who also checked in, and we have a jump ball underneath.
A nice transition there from the Wolverines as we got a rebound from Tyree Petty, a nice outlet to Dearden. Dearden with the unselfish pass up to Aaron England. Aaron has a great three-point shot, and he always looks to shoot, as we see here. A nice setup, plenty of time, and a nice follow-through there. Justin Baker with a great offensive rebound as well, forcing the jump ball.
Kevin Woods checks in for Dearden. The lob inside to Baker. He'll put up a 5-footer off the glass. Pretty move. Justin Baker's on the board, and the Wolverines now lead 6-2.
Wolverines always look to score out of their inbounds play. Whatever play that they run, they generally have good success at getting a shot.
The alley-oop inside to Marie, and he lays it up off the glass. Manny Hendricks to Jared Marie for two. 6-4 Wolverines. Just over 15 minutes left here in the first half. Kevin Woods has the ball knocked away by the Broncos, but Woods picks it back up. Underneath to Tyree Petty, beautiful reverse layup. Nice heads-up move by Woods. He He saw that the Broncos were shorthanded.
Yeah, definitely. As we see almost a turnover there from Kevin Woods, we get a stoppage of play here to reset the shot clock. But, a nice recovery there from Kevin and a nice offensive play, as exactly you said. Texas Pan America was down a man who went into the scoreboard in front of us.
All right, Wolverines with a 6-4 lead, 14:33 left here in the first half. Dick Hunsaker has to be pleased with what he's seeing so far on the defensive end. And now the officials are checking the clock and getting it all square. Adidas is now an official outfitter of UVU Athletics. To check out Adidas apparel, go to adidas.com. All right, we're set to play again. Actually, they put a few more seconds back on the clock. 14:49 left. Weiermiller's got it for the Broncos. Right side to Manny Hendricks. Hendricks to Urbanus. Urbanus to Weiermiller. Back on the right key to Marie. Marie will spin in on Swarbrick, put it up and in off the glass. Nice move by Nick Weiermiller.
Pretty good defense there, too, from Jordan Swarbrick. He made the player shoot over the top of him, which is exactly what you can ask if you're the coach. Nice move there.
Jared Marie with the bucket, not Weiermiller. That's his 4th point of the night. Kevin Woods has it, swings it out to the right side to Swarbrick. Swarbrick to England, back out to Kevin Woods. Left-handed dribble, now picks it up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tyree Petty's got it way out front. Now makes a move inside, crossover dribble. Ball knocked away, picked up by the Broncos. Urbanus has got it. Urbanus making a move along the baseline. Dumps it off inside, and Matt Mirzicki lays it up. Nice play by Aaron Urbanus to get the penetration.
Yeah, any defense will break down when you get penetration that deep and that close to the rim. It's just a simple dump off as players have to come to help.
We're tied at 8, but not any longer. Justin Baker up and in. 10-8, Wolverines out on top. 13:20 left here in the first half.
Justin has an array of moves down on the block. It's good to see him get some touches early.
Urbanus way out front on the right side. Inside to Mirzicki. His shot's off the mark. Kevin Woods has it now. Setting up the offense. Drives the lane, puts it up, and it almost went in, but he is fouled. So Kevin Woods will be going to the line for our first free throws of the night.
Fouls on number 21, Matt is first.
Rod, we see a nice replay here. Kevin, coming off an injury last year where he tore his ACL, he had to sit out all of last year. I think it's been a little hard for him to transition back into what he was playing before the injury, but he's done a nice job. He's going to get some more playing time here. But a nice play there for him, reading the defense, seeing that Justin Baker was the only player in the lane, had a nice dribble drive hesitation, and then drove to the basket. Nice job of drawing the foul.
Jordan Scobes comes in, and Swarbrick will take a seat. Urbanus comes out, and Hearns checks in for the Broncos. Also, Nathan Hawkins checks in for the Broncos. Kevin Woods makes both free throws. Wolverines up 4, 12-8. Just under 13 to play here in the first half. Hearns has it, top of the key. Left-handed dribble inside the paint. He stopped, but he'll try to put up a shot, and it's blocked away by Scobes, who just checked in. Kevin Woods, back to Scobes, right side to Petty. Petty to England, makes a move inside, puts it up, no foul. Ball's on the floor, now it's picked up by Hawkins for the Broncos. Quickly out to Weiermiller. And it's stolen away by Tyree Petty of the Wolverines. Here comes Utah Valley. Cross court to England. He'll put up a 15-footer, and he's fouled on the shot by Manny Hendricks. So nice move by Aaron England. Had the three, but with the fake, went in and got a little closer.
You know, simple ball fake. I know that the Wolverines work on that a lot in practice during the week and during their preparations for the game. Nice to see Aaron use that. He had Justin Baker cutting down to the block, but he elected to give it a nice pump fake and got wide open for a shot.
England makes the first free throw. Swarbrick now checks in. Tyree Petty will take a seat for the Wolverines. Swarbrick, England, 94% free throw shooter. And you can see why. Did not touch iron on any of those shots.
Yeah, he's a great shooter. I think he, for his career, he's going to be able to challenge Ryan Toulson for the records that he holds here for free throw shooting, as Aaron and Ryan were both great and wonderful free throw shooters.
14-8, 6-point lead for the Wolverines. Mirzicki shot is no good and easily cleaned up on the boards by the Wolverines. Kevin Woods has got it. Brings it down to the right side. Looks inside. Ball knocked away, and it's stolen away by the Broncos. Quickly down court to Manny Hendricks. Up, and he's fouled as he goes in for the layup. And I believe that will be on Swarbrick. No, the foul will be called on Justin Baker. All right, we have a timeout, but let's go over to Michelle Barrett. Michelle's got a special guest there. All the ladies love him. Kyle Korver. Michelle.
All right, I'm with Kyle Korver. Kyle, what does Ronnie Price bring to the Utah Jazz?
What does Ronnie bring to Utah Jazz? He brings a lot of heart. He's a really courageous player. Leaves it out there every night. He's been a good player for a lot of years for us.
Anything you'd like to say to him on this special day?
Ronnie, congratulations, man. Super excited for you. Very cool.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right.
Back to Rod.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Kyle Korver, not a man of many words, but I guess if he looks like Ashton Kutcher, you don't have to say a lot, right, Matt?
Yeah, you don't. You just got to be pretty all the time, and I think all the ladies, as you said, will like him and love him. But he's a great basketball player as well, terrific shooter, and he contributes to the Jazz a whole lot. I'm also very jealous of him, as while we're at it, while I'm naming all the players that I'm jealous of. So,
all right, the Wolverines shooting 50% so far, 5 for 10, and the Broncos 36.4%. But turnovers a big story. Both teams have 4 turnovers.
Definitely, and both teams don't have a whole lot of points. The Wolverines have 6 points off of those turnovers from Pan America. Pan America only able to turn those into 2 points off of turnovers. But with the lineup that the Wolverines started tonight, they have a great lineup that comes in off of the bench, contributing 8 points in tonight's game. They bring strength off of the bench at nearly every point in the game.
Manny Hendricks, 6'2" junior out of Salt Lake City's first free throw is no good. He's a 70% free throw shooter. Best Western, tip you in at Talon's Cove. You know this one. Thank you for sponsoring Wolverine basketball. Hendricks makes the second free throw. It's a 5-point ball game. Wolverines up 14-9. 11.5 minutes left here in the first half. Dearden's got it to Baker. Top of this key to Scobes. Back over to Dearden. He tries to get it inside to Baker. Stolen away by Hawkins for the Broncos. Here comes Weiermiller. Over and out of bounds, and Justin Hearns had it knocked away. 28 seconds on the shot clock for the Broncos. Wolverines up 14-9. Kevin Woods checking back in. Eric Dearden checking out. Weiermiller with the left-handed dribble. Looks inside, but Baker stops him. Now he gets it inside to Hawkins, and the ball's on the floor. Nice hustle by the Wolverines' interior defense. Jordan Scobes forcing the jump ball there.
Wolverines do a great job of rotation defense, help defense when another teammate gets in trouble or may be out of position. A nice play there from Jordan Scobes, helping rotate over to the Pan America player who was being passed the ball. But a great job of defense from the Wolverines, forcing, as we said, 4 turnovers so far in this game.
Weiermiller puts up the shot from 3, land no good. Swarbrick with the rebound. Kevin Woods now has it across the timeline. Now backs it out. Bannon just checked back in the game for Baker. Swarbrick's got it, top of the key, picked up by Hearns. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Now Swarbrick will take it, free throw line extended, pull up with a 15-footer, no good. And Marie with the rebound. Quickly over to Urbanus.
Sorry, Rod, I wanted to say that the Wolverines were trying to run a certain play there. They never got into their set, forcing Swarbrick to take a bad shot in that situation.
Weiermiller restarts the offense. He'll pop from 3 right down the barrel. Too short, no good. Rebound, Swarbrick. Wolverines still leading by 5, 14-9. Just over 10 minutes left here in the first half. Swarbrick to the right side to England. Back out to Scobes. Hands to Kevin. Top of the key to England. Thought about the 3, but passes over to Scobes. He'll take the 3, and he'll drain it. Jordan Scobes, his first points of the ball game. It is 17-9, largest lead of the night, 8 for the Wolverines.
As far as defense goes, he's a very hard player to kind of put your scheme toward, because he can shoot the outside shot and he can also post up.
That's his 8th three-pointer of the year. 8 for 28 now.
He has struggled shooting the 3. He does have the ability to shoot and make those 3s, but he does present some problems for defense.
Scobes has it, top of the key, left side to Kevin Woods. Top of the key to England. He'll put up another 3. That is short, and it's rebounded by Valera for the Broncos. Over to Weiermiller. Weiermiller right side to Hearns. He'll put up a 3. That's too hard. Swarbrick with another rebound.
Pan America now only 0 for 4, have not made a 3 yet. 5 of 15 from the field, so they're not shooting the ball very well. Credit that to the UVU defense and maybe to their poor shooting early on in the game.
Under 9 minutes to play. Kevin Woods tried to pick and roll to Fannin, didn't work, stolen away. So Ben Smith's got it, inside to Hearns, it's off the mark, no good. But it's picked up by Ben Smith, and he'll recycle it for 2 to cut the lead to 4, 17-13 with 8:30 left here in the first half. Inside, put up a shot, whistle, and a foul. Kevin Woods called for the charge.
You know, Rod, that is now the 7th turnover for the Wolverines. They're shooting a pretty good percentage, 6 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. But those 7 turnovers have really hurt them, leading to 4 points off of those turnovers for Pan America. But, you know, I'm surprised at how poorly the Wolverines have seemed to take care of the basketball and how careless they have been so far.
Edweiler comes back in for the Wolverines. Rico Sagers coming in for the Broncos. Marie takes a move inside Swarbrick, puts it up. Nice defense, but Marie gets it back, puts it up again. It's blocked away. Bodies flying all over the floor. Still on the floor, and it's picked up by the Wolverines, Sean Edweiler. And we have a Broncos player hurt on the other end of the floor. Man, bodies were flying all over the place trying to pick up that loose ball.
You know, I think I saw 6 players get elbowed. I know Jordan Swarbrick got hit in the mouth. And I saw 3 other players from both teams get hit. So definitely some physical play as we see here. Looked like could have been a foul there on that shot as we see players going for the basketball. I know what Coach Hunsaker was over there on the sideline yelling. He was yelling for players to get on the floor. He used to always yell at us, they need to go parallel to the floor to recover those loose balls.
Jared Murray, the injured player, but he looks to be okay. But we got a timeout on the floor now. We will take one as well with 7:51.
Utah Valley University. Your life, your beat, your university.
All right, we're here with head coach Jerry Sloan. Jerry, what does Ronnie Price bring to the Utah Jazz?
Well, first of all, he's a great character. He's a terrific worker, and one of those things that's hard to replace. When you have a basketball team, to get guys to work as hard as Ronnie does, it's quite an accomplishment. He's a wonderful guy. We're very happy for what's happening here tonight for him, and we wish him nothing but the best of luck.
Anything that fans might not know about Ronnie?
There might be some things, but I'm not sure what they are.
Okay, thanks so much.
All right, Michelle.
Back to you.
All right, Michelle Barrett, along with head coach of the Utah Jazz, Jerry Sloan. Alley-oop inside, knocks off, and Scobes with the rebound, puts it back up, and it's no good, and rebounded by the Broncos. Urbanus has got it. Urbanus still has it in the corner, trying to get inside. Here comes the pick and roll. Urbanus now drives in the paint. Stop. Back out to Ben Smith. Smith inside to Mirzicki. Back out to Sagers. Over to Urbanus in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Urbanus puts up a wild shot. No good. And the ball is rebounded by Tyree Petty. Wolverines got it. Nice defense by Utah Valley. Eric Dearden just checked back in. Puts up the shot. No good. And it's tipped back up and in by Jordan Scobes. His second bucket of the night. He's got 5 points.
Jordan Scobes is one of the better offensive rebounders that we have. It's always a good sign to see him or any Wolverines going to the offensive glass as he did there. It's even better to see him get rewarded.
6:40 left. The Wolverines up by 6, 19-13. Inside to Mirzicki, and he's called with the elbow offensive foul on Matt Mirzicki.
A nice call there from the official, who is Rick Thorne, who's a Cache Valley guy. I never got that call when he reffed our game, so it's good to see him, Jordan Swarbrick, taking that charge. Nice position defense. The offensive player had no place to go. Mirzicki had nowhere to go. Great defense from Jordan.
He reffed Junior Jazz way back then?
Yeah, he did. He reffed a long time. He reffed some of my high school games. He was a guy up there from Skyview, our much disliked rival. So he and I go way back.
Swarbrick's got it inside to Dearden. Ball knocked away, but Dearden picks it back up. Over, underneath, back out front to... Our coach is standing away. I can't see it. Deadweiler puts it up. Arms flying all over the place, and the Broncos come away with it. Inside to Marie. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Petty. We couldn't see because the officials and the coaches were standing right in our way. Inside to Nick Jensen, who just checked in the ball game, and he puts up the little right hookie. And the Wolverines now back up by 8, 21-13.
That's exactly what post players are asked to do. After a defensive stop, you need to run straight to the basket, go right to the rim, and Nick Jensen was definitely rewarded on that play.
Luis Valera fouled on the shot by Nick Jensen, so Valera will go to the free throw line tonight. Luis Valera, 64% free throw shooter. Foul on Nick Jensen, his first, and that's the 14th foul on the Wolverines.
You know, conversely to that, if you're an offensive player, as Nick Jensen was scoring the layup, you've got to get back on defense. Valera did a great job of running back after Nick scored that basket and getting his own post position, and they went right into him, and he goes up for the basket and gets fouled.
Valera makes the first free throw. That's his first point of the game. 21-14, 7-point lead for the Wolverines. 5:40 left here in the first half. Valera's second free throw rolls in. 21-15. Wolverines up by 6.
Ron, I wanted to make a point on a lot of the last offensive sets for the Wolverines. We've seen some horrible passes. And in the sets that they have run, you have to have great passes, and they have not had that. And that's why they've had so many turnovers leading to no baskets on the offensive end.
Deadweiler has it, 15-footer, no good. And there's a foul on the shot. So Deadweiler will be going to the line, shooting a pair. And the foul is on Hearns. Julius Hearns, and that is his. Well, they say it's his first foul, but I don't believe that. I think that might be his second foul. Well, they say one foul. First free throw by Deadweiler is good. Sean Deadweiler, 6'3" junior out of Phoenix, 83% free throw shooter. That one's off the mark and rebounded by Marie for the Broncos. Quickly ahead to Hearns. 22-15, 7-point lead for the Wolverines. Swinging around to Weiermiller. Weiermiller back out to Hearns. Top of the key. Had the three-pointer if he took it. Didn't take it. Urbanis got it on the right wing. Picked up by Deadweiler. Out top to Valera. He'll make a move inside, and a blocking foul will be called on Baker, as the referee said he did not get set. So Justin Baker will pick up a foul. That's the 15th foul on the Wolverines, the second foul on Baker. So Valera will be going to the line. Scobes will be checking in for Baker after this free throw. 2 shots for Luis Valera.
You know, it's very hard in that instance. Luis Valera gets the ball and he looks to immediately drive. I didn't think Justin Baker, it looked like he tried to take a charge. Looks like he tried to draw the charge on that play. I think that if he would have played it straight up, he wouldn't have gotten caught for the foul. I think that he would have, you know, he could have been able to stop Luis Valera. You know, going forward, he's got to know that Valera is going to look to drive to the basket, and that if he plays him straight up, he can guard him. He doesn't have to go down.
Valera makes both free throws. He has 4 points, all on foul shots. 22-17, 5-point lead for the Wolverines with 5 minutes left here in the first half. Eric Dearden has it. Free throw line extended to Scobes, makes a move inside, puts up the shot, and he's fouled as he goes hard to the basket. The foul will be called on Jacob Trader, 6'9" junior, who just checked into the game. That's Trader's first foul, and 16th foul on the Broncos. So Scobes goes to the line, shooting a pair. He's a 78% free throw shooter.
See, Jordan has the quickness. With this lineup that they have on the floor, I'm speaking of the Wolverines, he's playing the 5 position. He's playing the big man, and so number 40, Trader, has to guard him. Jordan has a quickness advantage over Trader, and that play that they just ran for him was kind of just like a simple isolation play where he gets the ball at the free throw line and he's allowed to create for himself, and he did a nice job of doing so. You know, he didn't make either free throw, but the idea of the play was great.
Still a 5-point ball game, 22-17. Broncos with the basketball. Urbanis, top of the key to Weiermiller. Right side to Marie, back to Weiermiller. Flings it back out to Marie. He'll put up the 3, and that's good. Jared Marie, 43% three-point shooter, drains that one, and it's down to a 2-point lead, 22-20, with 4:20 left here in the first half.
Marie got so wide open because of a miscommunication between Jordan Swarbrick and Tyree Petty. They both went to the same player on a screen, on an on-ball screen, and it got Marie wide open.
Swarbrick with a 16-footer, that rims out. Scobes tried to tip it back in, but Marie hauls it down. Quickly out to Urbanis. Urbanis back to Hearns, to Marie, top the key. He'll pop another 3, and that one banks in, and I didn't hear him call it. And the Broncos take their first lead of the ball game, 23-22. Did you hear him call it?
I didn't hear him call it, and I think that you know, he deserved it with how wide open he was. Kind of a mental lapse there on the defensive end. He just had hit one right before, and they let him shoot another one.
Scobes for 3, too short. Rebound, Weiermiller for the Broncos. Out to Urbanis. He'll drive the paint. In for the easy layup, the finger roll, and it's now a 3-point lead for the Broncos, 25-22.
30-second timeout. 30-second timeout.
Coach Hunsaker wants a timeout. It's 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
As we look at some of the stats right now, Rod, we're looking at...
this is the Hall of Fame, the previous Hall of Fame inductees. Of course, Ronnie Price night. We have 3:20 before the halftime ceremony for Ronnie Price, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame earlier. Scott Pace from basketball, Craig Downs. Steve Watts, of course. You love him. Every basketball game?
Yeah, I love working with him. He's a lot of fun. He brings his passion that he has for this school to every radio broadcast, whether it's here or on the road, and so it's my honor to work with him.
Brian Santiago for basketball and baseball. Stephanie Train Britton and Marie Hodson-Glahn for track and cross country. Just some of the names in the Wall of Fame up on the northeast corner. up above the court here at the Event Center. Wolverines now find themselves trailing by 3, 25-22 with 3:20 left here in the first half. And the Wolverines have kind of gone into a cold spell right now. The Broncos have made a comeback all the way from 8 down. Swarbrick makes a move along the baseline, puts it up, and a foul will be called. Foul will be called on Luis Valera. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well with 3:05 left here in the first half. It is Texas Pan American 25 and Utah Valley University 22.
Bus pass, $5. UVU t-shirt so you can impress the ladies, $25. iPod Nano, $120. A degree from UVU so you can afford your own car someday. Priceless. For everything else, there's student loans.
Back here at the Event Center in Orem on the campus of Utah Valley University, the Texas Pan American Broncos now have taken a 3-point lead, 25-22 on the Wolverines. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson. And remember, at halftime, about 3 minutes away, they will honor Ronnie Price, who was inducted into the UVU Hall of Fame earlier this afternoon. Wolverines were shooting 50% moments ago. Now they've dropped down to 38%, Matt.
One of the keys that we talked about in the pregame was the Wolverines were having a hard time scoring in their last 2 games. They scored 41 points and 46 points. So that last play that they ran for Jordan Swarbrick came as no surprise, he being a leading scorer for the Wolverines on the year. They ran an isolation play for him on the wing, but you know, a great question we can ask is at this point in the game, where are the Wolverines going to go to for scoring? Who's going to be their scorer? I mean, we've played almost 17 minutes of basketball. Wolverines only have 23 points. So who's going to pick up the scoring load with this lineup that the Wolverines have on the court?
Swarbrick makes one of 2 free throws. 25-23. Broncos out in front of the Wolverines. Weiermiller over to Valera. Valera makes a move on Scobes, and Scobes knocks it away, but he'll be called for a foul. So Jordan Scobes will pick up his first foul. That's the 17th foul. Check that, the 16th foul on the Wolverines. Valera will go back to the line, shooting a pair.
I think it's fair to say that we can label Valera as a driver. He drew the foul on Justin Baker, his second of the half, a couple of plays ago. This time he looked to drive Jordan Swarbrick, and he did so. I think Jordan also bailed him out with kind of a swipe down at the ball at the very end, but you got to be aware of that. Valera is going to look to drive to the basketball. He can't let his height deceive you of what his game is.
Valera, 6 trips to the free throw line. He's made all 6. 27-23, 2:45 left here in the first half. Wolverines down 4. The largest deficit of the first half. Dearden's got it on the right wing. Out top to Scobes, to Swarbrick on the right side. Left baseline inside. Dearden blocked away by Valera. And here comes Hearns for the Wolverines, or for the Broncos, to Jared Marie, and he'll lay it up off the glass over Scobes, and it's a 6-point lead for the Broncos, 29-23.
Marie with a wonderful game, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 6 of 9 shooting. Remember what I said, Rod, you don't know who's going to come out and score for the Broncos. You don't know who's going to be their leading scorer, but he's come out and played very, very well.
He's already 4 points above his season average. Inside to Nick Jensen. That rolls off and in, but Jensen picks it back up and in. That one rolls off, tipped up by Scobes, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, saved by the Hearns of the Broncos. Weiermiller's got it with 1:50 left here in the first half. Right side to Urbanus. Weiermiller, top the key, left-handed dribble. He'll pull up and shoot an 18-footer. Good. 31-23, an 8-point lead for the Broncos. What looked so good 6 minutes ago now is not so good.
Yeah.
And Coach Hunsaker wants a timeout, and I assume this will be a full timeout? No. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
Some of our sponsors for Wolverine basketball, Centennial Bank. Smart checking from Centennial Bank pays 3% annual percentage yield. For more details, go to bankiteasy.com. Peterson Medical. For over 40 years, Peterson Medical has been providing Utahns with the freedom that comes from oxygen and mobility products. For more information, visit petersonmedical.com. I think you'd look good in one of those outfits there, Rod. We see a guy dressed in all green spandex.
Yeah, it's not the Blue Man Group, it's the green guy. It's Gumby. For those of us, for those of you watching on television, simulcast, Utah Valley University TV and 1400 K-Star. There's head coach Jerry Sloan of the Utah Jazz. Yeah, nice crowd. Largest of the season. All here to honor Ronnie Price and watch a good basketball game. Wolverines with their largest deficit of the evening, trailing the Broncos by 8, 31-23. Wolverines with the basketball and a minute and a half left here in the first half. Dearden's got it, right-handed dribble. Back out top to Swarbrick. Swarbrick making a move inside, puts up the shot off the glass, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. So Jordan Swarbrick will go to the line, shooting a pair.
Once again, the Wolverines come out of a timeout when they're struggling on offense and they run a play for Jordan Swarbrick. It seems like they know that he's going to have to help them with their scoring. And what I've seen from him, I think, is a very good sign that he's not settling for an outside jumper when he gets those isolation plays for him. He's looking to drive to the basket and end up at the free throw line.
And Swarbrick almost airballed the free throw. Julius Hearns called for the foul, his second. Manny Hendricks about to check in for the Broncos. Swarbrick's second shot is up and good. Cuts the lead to 7, 31-24. Hearns will take a seat for the final minute 20, and Manny Hendricks will check back in.
You know, I think, Rod, here with only a minute and 22 left, I think it's very, very critical. This possession right here for the Wolverines to get a stop and then a score on the other end to start building some momentum going into the second half. They've seemed pretty flat and lifeless on offense, so they need to step it up here with their defense.
Minute 8 left. Nathan Hawkins back out top to Weiermiller. 15 on the shot clock. Weiermiller takes the three. Got it. Nick Weiermiller. 34-24. Largest lead for the Broncos is 10. Not what they wanted on Ronnie Price night so far. Tyree Petty has it. Top the key to Jensen. Left side. Free throw line extended to Swarbrick. And a whistle and an offensive foul away from the ball, I believe, on Nick Jensen. It is. Boy, things going downhill in a hurry here for the Wolverines.
8 turnovers now for the Wolverines, and a lot of those are just self-inflicting this 10-point deficit that they have. I think what the Wolverines try to do when they struggle on offense is get a lot of cutting and get a lot of moving. They run their sets where they can cut off one another, screen for one another. And the key to that is that you have to be set on your screens. You have to be ready to cut. Nick Jensen getting caught there with a moving screen.
30 seconds on the game clock, 22 on the shot clock. Weiermiller over to Urbanus. Urbanus back out to Marie. Marie left side to Manny Hendricks, 15 on the shot clock. Manny Hendricks tried to drive on Swarbrick, but he stops him. Inside to Nathan Hawkins. Hawkins working on Scobes. Puts up a little 5-footer, too hard. Rebounded Jordan Scobes. 10 seconds left in the first half. Wolverines will try to get a final shot here to cut that 10-point deficit. Dearden drives in the paint. Tries to dump it off to Jensen. He picks it up at the free throw line. It was good if it would have gone in, but it did not fall. And at halftime, the Wolverines, the last 3 or 4 minutes, outplayed by Texas Pan American. And the Broncos lead the Wolverines 34-24. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the halftime festivities here at the Event Center. Once again, the Wolverines trailing the Broncos by 10, 34-24.
Utah Valley University. Your life, your beat, your university.
Halftime here at the Event Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. The Wolverines trailing the Texas Pan American Broncos by 10, 34-24. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson. And Matt, things were looking so good for the Wolverines until about the 5-minute mark, and then it went downhill. Turnovers, and the Broncos got hot.
Yeah, it definitely did. The Wolverines with 8 total turnovers in that first half. Pan America turning it into 5 points, but you know, this game reminds me of a game earlier and previously in the season, San Jose State, where the Wolverines struggled for about the last 5 or 6 minutes of the first half. They struggled to score some points. So we're getting ready for our halftime festivities. We're going to take another short break here from the campus of Utah Valley University with our halftime score, 34-24.
Radio, let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear the...
It was March 2005 when Ronnie Price donned the Wolverine green for the last time at the McKay Center. With his team trailing Northern Colorado by 3 points early in the second half, Price rolled out the kind of performance that made him one of Utah Valley's all-time greats. Price scored 27 of his season-high 36 points as the Wolverines swung the game into their favor for good. With the crowd chanting, "Ronnie's priceless!" Coach Dick Hunsaker pulled Price after he made his 6th three-point basket of the game with less than a minute to play and the outcome secure in the senior's final home game as a student athlete. After the final buzzer sounded on the Wolverines' 71-52 victory, Price kissed the UV at center court and embraced his coach on the sideline.
When he knelt down and kissed the middle of the floor, it was a really, really sweet, precious moment. He's just, he's awesome. He doesn't do a lot of crowd things like that, but I think he was trying to show the school and the crowd that he appreciates everything that they've done and the support that they showed him and everything like that. And it was a great send-off, I think.
It was an emotional moment in one of the most storied careers in UVU athletic history. A Texas native, Price was the quintessential underdog when he came to UVU. Price's athleticism was never in question, but as a 5'7" prep star, his diminutive frame created doubts about how he would fare at the college level. If 3 phenomenal seasons in Orem didn't erase those doubts, then his resume as a professional athlete certainly has. Now in his 5th year in the NBA, Price has established himself as a dynamic athlete, tireless worker, and a consummate professional. Signed as an undrafted free agent by the Sacramento Kings in 2005, Price became the first Wolverine to enter the NBA directly from UVU.
He gets the call from Sacramento inviting him to come and play up there in the summer league. And I go, that's the chance, that's the break. And it happened. And he called us like the second night of the second game crying and said, "Dad, they just signed me." And me and my wife broke down right there with him.
In a game against the Utah Jazz in November 2006, Price exploded for 16 points off the bench, including a monstrous left-handed dunk over all-star forward Carlos Boozer. The play became a highlight reel sensation and was nominated for a slew of awards. It was Price's overall game, however, that caught the attention of the Jazz, who brought the 6'2" guard back to Utah with a free agent contract in 2007, then re-signed him last summer. Growing up in a small Texas town of Friendswood, Price demonstrated from an early age a unique athletic ability and an unquestionable competitiveness. A prep star at Clearbrook High School, where its sister is now a standout on the basketball team, Price was an exceptional athlete from an early juncture. In 6th grade, when all students were required to participate in a standardized test for aerobic capacity, Price sprinted his way to 83 laps, a record that stood for 15 years. Price is also reputed as a persistent goal chaser, a trait perhaps best illustrated by how he met his future spouse. During the recruitment process, Price received a brochure about Utah Valley from Coach Dick Hunsaker. Enamored by one of the cheerleader's pictures, Price joked that he would find her when he got to Orem. The cheerleader was Jennifer Bybee, and Price did indeed find her. The college sweethearts were married in 2008. Over the years, Price's passion, determination, and a good nature have helped him find success as a professional and in life.
Best qualities he has, he's a tenacious player.
He's one of those guys that you know that when the game is tough, when the game is heated, he's one of those guys that you're going to want on your side.
It's his heart. You know, I think that's his biggest attribute is his heart and how hard he plays, and he just never gives up. He's a fighter.
He goes hard all the time. Goes 110%. A guy who can score the ball with great ability. A guy can defend and do a lot of things on the court.
As an athlete at the collegiate and professional levels, he has been an extraordinary ambassador for UVU.
I think he represents that university very well, and it shows where he came from.
While Price continues to write his story as a pro basketball player, the newest inductee into UVU's Athletic Hall of Fame will always be remembered as an unforgettable fan favorite and one of the most prolific athletes ever to run with the Wolverines. In the 5 years since he left Utah Valley University, Price has endeared himself to the fans and coaches and fellow players around the NBA. But before he ever put ink to a pro contract, Price was already a legend in the hearts and minds of those who knew and watched him during his time in Orem. On behalf of the entire Utah Valley University community, the athletic department offers Ronnie Price sincere thanks for his example and friendship and heartfelt congratulations on his professional success and induction into the Utah Valley University Athletic Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so my passion to compete, my passion to win the game, to win games is what motivates me and what drives me to be who I am.
Never once when he was at UVU did he ever, Utah Valley, did he ever give any, and he was a superstar, give any type of aura that he was too good for us or better than us, or I could do this somewhere else, or, and with that being said, that he's been extremely loyal and proud to be part from Utah Valley University. And I think, again, he believes that in his heart, and that he wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for his experience and playing at Utah Valley University. So I think those are the reasons, and those are the things that stand behind him being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Fans, at this time, please welcome to half court President Matthew Holland, UVU Athletic Director Mike Jacobsen, accompanied by Ronnie Price's wife Jenni and their daughter Brielle.
Welcome, welcome everyone. This night belongs to the one and only Ronnie Price. Thank you so much for your attendance here tonight to help us celebrate this night of honoring Ronnie Price for the great contributions that he has made to Utah Valley University, to the Utah Jazz, and to the state of Utah. Thank you. Ronnie is our 27th inductee into our Hall of Fame, and requirements to be members of the Hall of Fame is, number one, to excel during their time as a student athlete here at Utah Valley University. Number two, they need to graduate from Utah Valley University and use up their eligibility. And number three, they need to work hard in their community and make a difference where it is that they live. And we very strongly feel that Ronnie Price represents all of these things. And so now we want to welcome onto the floor our newest Hall of Fame inductee.
He played 3 seasons at Utah Valley for Coach Dick Hunsaker from 2002 to 2005, averaging 19.7 points and 3.9 rebounds in 89 games for the Wolverines. For the Wolverines, he wore number 24, a 6'2" guard out of Friendswood, Texas. Number 24, Ronnie Price.
Thank you. I am very, very happy to be here, to be a part of this. I feel very honored to be in the Hall of Fame at UVU. The fans, I love you. We all love you. You're great. My mom and dad and family members who are here tonight, thank you for coming. All my teammates, coaching staff, Utah Jazz teammates, Coach Sloan, Ty Corbin, Phil Johnson. Really appreciate you coming out. And most of all, to my teammates and coaching staff that was here with me the 3 years that I was here. This is for us, all of us. My 3 years here, I wouldn't change for the world. This was the 3 best years of my life. I love this school. I enjoyed it here. I had a great time, and I get chills being back on this court. I miss it. So this is not only for my family, and not only for me, but this is for the fans at UVU, the students at UVU, the community out here, and all my UVU teammates and coaches. Thank you. Love you.
Number 24, Ronnie Price.
Able to do that constantly, and that I think exemplified Ronnie more than anything. He knew what to do on the court and off the court, and he always did it. He was not afraid to put a teammate in his place, or he was always willing to do what Coach Hunsaker wanted him to do. And I think that's what exemplified him most, was the example that he put of always being a leader and always showing other players the right thing to do and the right way to do it. And how evident is that about where he's at now, being a member of the Utah Jazz? I think it's a great thing for him. I'll remember all the things that I don't have the time to tell on the TV and on the radio here about the things that he was able to teach me in my short year with him. But I have learned a lot of things, and he is a great example to me of perseverance and hard work. and those are the things I'll remember most.
A very festive evening and afternoon here on the campus of Utah Valley University. Ronnie Price now officially a member of the UVU Hall of Fame here, and hopefully we'll be able a chance to chat with Ronnie here sometime in the second half. All right, we're going to take a break now as we regroup from the halftime ceremony. We will come back and we'll talk about the second half as the Wolverines trailing Texas Pan American. We do have a ball game here by 10, 34-24. We'll be right back after this. Halftime here at the Event Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson. The Wolverines trailing Texas Pan American by 10, 34-24. Okay, your coach Dick Hunsaker, Matt. What do you tell your guys in the locker room after a pretty dismal final 4 or 5 minutes of the first half?
Well, I think just from what I have seen, I think that the Wolverines looked lackluster energy-wise in the end of that first half for about the last 7 or 8 minutes. I didn't think that they were playing with enough energy. So I would tell them that they need to come out and play a little bit harder. But also, you know, you bring up a great stat about how many points Pan America averages on the season, which is 58. So they're well over halfway there. So I think the defense needs to improve a little bit. But let's take a look at the individual stats. Jared Marie has 14 points, 6 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 from the three, 6 rebounds.
Yeah, and he only averages 10 points a game, so he's already 4 over that.
Only averages 10 points a game. So somebody needs to be able to step up and stop him. But all the talk that we have about defense, where's the offense going to come from? Wolverines led in scoring at halftime. Jordan Swarbrick, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. And the next scorer would be Jordan Scopes, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the three for 5 points. So where's the scoring going to come from? Who's going to be the player that's going to say, you know what, I'm going to step up my offensive game, and in the second half, I'm going to help carry our team. That's what they need to do.
So who needs to take it upon themselves to get that going, though?
Well, I think it's a combination of players. I think it's the point guard. Point guard has a great responsibility to get the players into their set early on in the shot clock, and then whoever the players run for or whoever the ball's hand is in near the end of the shot clock, they've got to be able to make a play. The Wolverines have struggled scoring the basketball, so I think it resides in the point guard position first, and then the player who's got the play coming his way.
All right, well, let's take another timeout here as we get set for the second half. Once again, halftime score, Texas Pan American 34, Utah Valley University 24. We'll be right back.
We meet here once a week. It's a chance to discuss mostly.
I've always been super concerned about saving money, right? But I really wanted a good education too. I guess I really got green fever when I found out how Utah Valley University can get me both.
We have our regulars, and of course there are always our new ones every time.
I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve.
This is my first week here. I'm really excited. This whole green fever thing's kind of just started for me. So.
More and more people want to know about green fever.
Event Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. The Wolverines trailing the Texas Pan American Broncos by 10, 34-24. So Matt, we go back to your keys of the game. Get off to a good start. Wolverines did that, but then didn't maintain that.
Yeah, definitely towards the end of the first half there, they struggled. You know, another key that we had, improved their shooting. They did not do that. 8 of 25 in the first half. They came out shooting, as you said, a very good clip. At one point, they were shooting 46%, and we played about 10, 12 minutes of the game. So now they're only shooting 8 of 25, as we said, 32%. 1 of 4 from the three, 7 of 12 from the Wolverines. Wolverines are a great free throw shooting team. They've struggled tonight. So, and let me go back to what you said. The responsibility, who does the responsibility fall on to pick it up in the second half? I think it's everybody. You know, we said it, the point guard, different positions, but everybody has to realize that they're going to have to contribute if they're going to come out of victor tonight down 10 points.
Texas Pan American, the keys to the game, stop penetration. They've done that. Their three-point shooting. They weren't on early on, but then they came back. They're 3 of 7, not bad. The Wolverines are only 1 of 4 from three-point land.
Yeah, Marie taking making 2 3-pointers. The one was the bank, so definitely they're going to look to continue to shoot that three-point ball.
Okay, we'll see if it all works. Wolverines got to get back into this thing, trailing Texas Pan American by 10, 34-24. Pepsi's proud to be a major sponsor of Utah Valley University Athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world. For the Wolverines, Kevin Woods, Tyree Petty, Sean Deadweiler, Jordan Swarbrick, and Justin Baker starting in the second half. For Texas Pan American, Jared Marie, Luis Valera, Aaron Urbanis, Nick Weiermiller, and Justin Hearns. Julius Hearns starting for Texas Pan American. All right, Wolverines with the basketball. Kevin Woods has it to start things off here in the second half. Right baseline to Deadweiler. Top of the key to Swarbrick. Swings it around to Tyree Petty. He'll take a drive inside, loses the ball, and quickly, just like that, another turnover on the Wolverines. Julius Hearns has it, drives the baseline, and it's stolen away on the pass by Justin Baker. Kevin Woods quickly has it, down court to Tyree Petty. Had the 15-footer, didn't take it. Top of the key to Baker. He'll take a 3. That's good. No, they're going to count that as a 2. That looked like he was behind the line, Matt. But they give him a 2.
You know, Ron, we got those 3 lines out there. We've got one for the women's game, one for the men's game, and one for the Flash that play here. But a great confident shot from Justin coming out of the half. They need that from him. He has the confidence to make and take that outside shot.
Baker's 3 for 3, has 6 points. 8-point lead for Texas Pan American. Urbanis misses the open 3. Kevin Woods brings it, top of the key, good, 15 feet away. Kevin Woods quickly, just like that, the lead is cut down to 6, 34-28.
Great start to the half, and exactly as I said, point guard play has to start that. Kevin got the rebound, got the ball, pushed it up the court. They've got to continue to do that, and he can be aggressive off of those pushes in transition.
First bucket for Kevin Woods. He has 4 points, a couple of free throws to go along with that. Weiermiller inside to Valera. Pump fake, and a foul be called on Justin Baker, and Baker doesn't like the call. He kind of got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, just kind of turned, and he ran into Valera.
Yeah, part of the defensive philosophy of the Wolverines is that when there's a player in the post, they like to be around the player. They like to front the player. So as you see here, Justin's around the front. A nice pass over the top. The help defense, the rotating defense was late there from Sean Deadweiler. He wasn't there. You have to come over and help when the ball is released from the passer.
Not in the act of shooting, so the Broncos still have it. Valera trying to make a move on Baker. Nothing there. He's called for traveling. Tried to go right. Nothing. Baker held his ground, and he got caught. 34-28. Wolverines have cut into that lead by 4 now at halftime. Was 10, now it's 6. A minute and a half gone by here in the first half. Baker's got it way out high. Squares up to the basket. Swarbrick, right wing, free throw line extended to Kevin Woods, and away from the ball. Another foul is going to be called, and that will be called on Deadweiler, I believe. Yeah, Sean Deadweiler. First team foul for the Wolverines in the second half. First foul on Deadweiler.
You know, that play was very reminiscent of the play that was run earlier when Nick Jensen got an offensive screen call fouled on him. So Wolverines got to do a better job of taking their screen to the man and not moving once they're set.
Urbanus has it top of the key, left-handed dribble into the paint, back out to Weiermiller. He'll put up a three. That's no good. Rebound by Justin Baker, and he is tripped by Valera. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Valera, so it'll be Wolverine basketball. Another chance to cut even more into that lead.
Great block out there from Justin Baker, but another key that we didn't say is Weiermeyer is that he likes to shoot the three. His his fifth attempt so far. He's 1 of 5, so he's going to look to shoot. Got to be ready to guard him.
Baker hands off to Woods. He'll put up the shot. Count it! And he's fouled. So Kevin Woods, you talked about the point guard trying to get something going, and so far here in the first 2.5 minutes, he has.
It's been Kevin. Yeah, he is the one that's initiated the offense. He's the one that's got the Wolverines going in transition, kind of, as they say, get the juices flowing, as we'll see a replay here. A nice handoff there from Justin Baker, and Kevin, very aggressive, nice finish to the rim. It's a great sign to see Kevin playing because he has struggled this year a little bit because of his injury. See a nice offensive rebound as well.
Yes, Swarbrick off the free throw, miss. Baker missed it, and Swarbrick picked it up and put it in. So the Wolverines have come out in this second half and scored 8 straight points to cut that 10-point halftime deficit to 2, 34-32. And this is going to be a full timeout. Coach Ron Marks wants to settle things down, so we'll take one as well. With 17:32 left in the second half, the Wolverines now only trail by 2, 34-32. Well, the Wolverines have cut that 10-point deficit into 2 now. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson. And Matt, you said it, they needed somebody to step up, and probably the point guard spot, and Kevin Woods has done that. A couple of quick buckets.
Yeah, come out quick. 6 points, 3 assists in the game. Got to the free throw line. Missed a free throw, but a nice offensive rebound. But the ball is in his hands, and it's his opportunity and his responsibility to create for other teammates, and he's done that at the beginning of this half. Let's see if, as you said, continue it throughout the game.
Broncos with the basketball. Urbanus picked up by Deadweiler. Right wing to Marie, and his shot is blocked by Swarbrick, and Kevin Woods has it again. Chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 right here for Utah Valley. Way out high to Baker. Right side to Woods. Woods down low to Baker. He'll put up the shot, and the foul's called on Aaron Urbanus as he came over to help. That's the first foul on Urbanus, and the second team foul on the Broncos. And Coach Ryan Mark says he wasn't in the act of shooting, but they will send Baker to the line shooting a pair.
A nice entry pass there from Kevin Woods on the perimeter into Justin on the post. As I said, he has a great array of moves, and once he gets the ball, he can do a lot of things with it. He's got great size, and he has those moves, and he can create his own shot.
Baker, 72% free throw shooter, makes the first one. That's his 7th point of the ball game. 1 for 1 from the free throw line. He's got another one coming up, and that one's good. Baker makes both. He now has 8, and we have a tie game, a 10-0 run to start the second half for Utah Valley. Much more energy here to start the second half than the way they finished the first half. Hearns got it top of the key, picked up by Swarbrick. He'll drive on Swarbrick, off the glass, no good. Tyree Petty with a rebound, quickly out to Kevin Woods, across the midcourt stripe. Inside to Baker on the right block. He'll make a tough move inside, too hard off the glass, picked up by Weiermiller. Weiermiller to Hearns on the left side. He'll go up for the layup. That's way off the mark. And Deadweiler has it. And the Wolverines on the run again. Over to Tyree Petty, and it rolls off the rim. That was down in, and it came back out. Urbanus has it. Over to Weiermiller. Off the hands of Hearns. And that ball goes into the backcourt. And let's see if they call it backcourt or no, it was tipped. Brian Marks wants a foul as Hearns was undercut. He's probably right. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Broncos with the basketball. Weiermiller. Here comes the screen by Valera. He'll take a three right down the barrel. That's a brick picked up by Petty. Wolverines now slowing things down as we got a little helter-skelter there for a couple of trips up and down the floor.
You know, I like that pace. I think it's good for both teams to get the ball moving, get players in that mode of attacking more. But as you said, there comes a time when you need to slow it down a little bit.
Tyree Petty over to Swarbrick, inside to Justin Baker. Baker up and in off the glass over Valera. Ryan Marks, the coach of Texas Pan America, wanted a 3-second violation, and they didn't get it, so now he calls a timeout, and he's going after the official. He wants a 3-second violation called. He's still chatting.
All right, I'm with Bob Rasmussen. Bob, what does Ronnie Price bring to the university?
You know, he represents everything we're about as a university. Work hard, be your best, and you can achieve great things.
Anything you'd like to say to him on this special night?
You know, Ronnie, like a lot of people have said, he's a better human being than he is an athlete. He's an awesome guy.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, the Wolverines out on a 12-0 run to open up the second half, and now have taken a 2-point lead, 36-34. Matt Peterson, Kevin Woods, and Justin Baker. They've really brought the energy to start this second half.
You know, I think you're exactly right. And we said at the beginning of the second half, the point guard's going to have to be the one to start it, and the person who is the plays are called for, they're going to have to execute. And the ball has been in Kevin Woods' hands, and the plays have been directed and designed for Justin Baker, and both of those players have executed, and that's why they've come out with this 12-0 run and why they've played so well. Obviously, their defense, they haven't allowed a point in 5 minutes, which is excellent, but their offense has spurred them greatly as well.
Jared Marie takes the ball inside over to Hearns. He'll take a three from the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Tyree Petty. Petty doing well on the boards. He has 8 rebounds so far on the evening. Kevin Woods has it top of the key, fakes left, now pulls it back out. Over to Deadweiler, top of the key, swings it around the left side, free throw line extended to Petty. Top of the key to Swarbrick. Swarbrick guarded closely by Urbanus. Right side to Woods, top of the key to Petty. Petty now backs it out, 10 seconds on the shot clock. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kevin Woods. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Something's got to happen. He'll take a 15-footer, got another one. Kevin Woods, 3 buckets and a couple of free throws here in the second half. 38-34, Wolverines back up by 4. A 14-0 run here to start the second half for Utah Valley. Weiermiller's got it top of the key. Right side to Urbanus, and he tried to make a move, and he was fouled by Tyree Petty. We got a timeout on the floor as well. With 14:15 left here in the second half, the Wolverines have come back to take a 4-point lead, 38-34.
As a healthcare leader, I rely on Utah Valley University graduates to help our company provide quality healthcare for the region. Many of the nurses graduating from UVU go on to work in our hospitals and clinics. They are superbly trained and are excellent employees who tend to stay in the area and remain employed with us for years. This is just one example of how UVU is serving the economic development needs of the region and the state. Stop by the campus to see for yourself. Utah Valley University, it's your university.
You wouldn't work on a construction site without your safety gear. Why would you drive your car without your seatbelt? Click It or Ticket supports the Zero Fatalities campaign, a goal we can all live with.
14-15 remaining here in the ball game. Wolverines out on a 14-0 run to start the second half. Take a 4-point lead, 38-34. Rod Zund along with Matt Peterson. Matt, numbers got to look a little bit better than they did a few minutes ago.
A whole lot better. Pan America in the second half, 0 for 7 from the field, 0 for 4 from the three-point line, haven't shot a free throw, whereas the Wolverines 6 of 9 from the field, haven't shot a 3 yet, and also got to the free throw line 3 times, 2 of 3. So a complete 180 from the first half here, as the shooting percentages have seemed to kind of reverse themselves here.
Weiermiller's got it top of the key. Free throw line extended to Marie. Over to Weiermiller again. Rico Sagers just checked in. He's got it on the wing. Top of the key. Weiermiller inside, blocked away by Swarbrick as Weiermiller tried to go up for the shot, and a foul will be called on the Broncos. Matt Mierzicki called for the foul. That's his third team foul on the Broncos. So the Wolverines have the basketball and a 4-point lead.
You know, you asked me coming out of halftime what I think Coach Hunsaker would say. I don't know exactly what he said, but whatever he said seems to be working, because they're playing a whole lot better on both sides of the ball.
Need to bottle that up and put it on the road. Swarbrick's got it, right-handed dribble. Top of the key, hands off. No, he doesn't. Now he flips it to Deadweiler. 15 on the shot clock. Deadweiler way out front. Kevin Woods now has it. Out near midcourt, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Baker tries to set a screen, doesn't work. Now Kevin Woods got to go inside, puts up the shot, blocked away, and a foul will be called on the Broncos. And it will be called on Mierzicki again. And for Mierzicki, that's his 4th foul. 4th team foul on the Broncos. So
once again, the aggression here of Kevin Woods looked like
all ball
there,
yeah.
But Wolverines catch a break. I think they're going to be calling this foul underneath, so they'll be taking the ball out. But kind of a lucky break there for the Wolverines. I will say this about Kevin. I think that this is the best that I have seen him play all season long, and I think it's because he's getting more minutes. He's seeing the court more, 8 points and 3 assists, the best he's played all year, just because he's in there playing.
Deadweiler with the basketball, plenty of time on the shot clock. Over to Petty, left side to Woods. Now he'll swing it back out front with the right-handed dribble. Almost runs into Deadweiler. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Deadweiler's got it, left-handed dribble over to Swarbrick. Fakes the shot, now goes from 15 feet. Too hard, rebound Broncos. Manny Hendricks has got it. Had a good look, just didn't go in. 4-point lead, 38-34 for the Wolverines. 12:42 left here in the first half. Rico Sagers got it on their wing. Manny Hendricks straight away. Back to Manny. He'll shoot a 3. That bounces off the rim. Rebound Deadweiler. Deadweiler picked up by Sagers. Now he'll walk it down the court. Hands off to Woods. Crosses the midcourt stripe. 12:20 left here in the second half. Wolverines up by 4. They're on a 14-0 run to open up the second half. Inside to Baker. He'll put it up off the glass too hard. Ball bounces around. Swarbrick picks it up. He'll go inside off the glass underneath Valera and count it. Jordan Swarbrick. That's his 10th point of the night on 4 of 8 shooting.
Nice patience there. I thought that he could have kicked that ball out to Sean Deadweiler for a 3, but he kind of just probed the defense. We see a nice move there from Valera.
Valera inside breaks the 16-0 run by the Wolverines to open up the second half. First 2. It took them just over 8 minutes to get their first point of the second half. 40-36, Wolverines by 4. Swarbrick's got it, makes a move inside on Marie. The turnaround fader short. Rebound Sagers for the Broncos. Quickly out to Weiermiller, and he throws it away. All right, let's go to Michelle Barrett, who's got the athletic director for Utah Valley, Michael Jacobsen.
All right, I'm here with UVU's athletic director, Mike Jacobsen. Mike, what do you see for Ronnie Price's future?
Oh, I think the future is wide open for him. I think he has the capabilities of accomplishing most anything he wants. He works for a great organization now. He has great teammates. They like him, and so as far as athletically, I think he's got a great future.
What has Ronnie Price provided for the university?
Well, he's a great example of what it is we want to represent. You know, he's a great person. He's not just a great athlete, he's a great person, a great husband, a great father. He's all those things that are so important to us. And so he's left that, and everywhere he goes, he's an ambassador for us. And so we're really, really pleased with who he is.
Thanks, Mike.
11:26 left here in the ball game. Wolverines on a 16-2 run to open up the second half, and now have a 4-point lead, 40-36, and that 10-point lead went away quickly, Matt.
It did, and I think the things that we talked about at halftime, that's what helped the Wolverines along that path. I think the defense was great, and they got to continue that. They did the same thing in the first half, Rod. As you know, you said it brilliantly. Let's see if they can continue that for the rest of the game.
Rory Fannin checks in for the Wolverines, and a foul underneath will be called on the Broncos. And that will be called on Jacob Trader, who just checked in for the Broncos. And that is the 15th foul on Texas Pan American, the second foul on Trader. So going to the line, Kevin Woods. He's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. Now make it 2 for 4. Kevin Woods has 8 points, 6 of those coming here in the second half.
He wears a good number, Rod. That was my number that I wore when I played. So
I remember.
I like to see him representing it well. So
Woods makes the second free throw, and now he will take a seat. 9 points for Kevin Woods. Eric Dearden checks in for Kevin. 41-36, 5-point lead, just over 11 minutes left here in the second half. Trader's got it top of the key. Right side to Manny Hendricks. Back out front. Valera. Valera over to the right side. Urbanus inside to Hendricks. Spins in the lane, puts up the floater, no good, and a foul will be called on the Wolverines. Foul's on Tyree Petty. That's the 14th foul on the Wolverines, and the second foul on Tyree.
You know, Hendricks looks like a very quick player, very agile. I'm surprised that he hasn't had a bigger effect on this game that he has so far. This is only he's only taken 2 shots. That's his third free throw that he's attempted. Now he has 2 points, but you know, maybe he's going to be that player. Maybe he's going to be like Marie that was in the first half that goes off in the second half against the Wolverines. As the Wolverines have done a great job defending Marie. Only 14 points at half, hasn't scored yet here in the second.
Hendricks makes both free throws, now has 3 points, and with those goggles, he has an eerie resemblance to his father. Fannon's got it. Hands off to England, who comes in. A little jump step and up and in. Aaron England out of Cypress High School. 43-38, back up to a 5-point lead. That's 4 points for England on 1 of 3 shooting. Got a couple of free throws to go along with that. Urbanus has it, picked up by Dearden. Left side to Hendricks. And a foul away from the basketball, and it could go either way. I guess they're going to call it on the Wolverines. It will be on England. 15th foul on the Wolverines, and the first foul on England. There you see England going in with a jump step on the trip before. Urbanus has it, coming off the screen of Valera. Around the horn, up and over, no good, and he will be fouled. And so Aaron Urbanus will be going to the line, shooting a pair. Foul will be on England again. That's his second. Picks up 2 quick ones right here. 16th foul on the Wolverines. Urbanus, an 82% free throw shooter. First one's up and good.
Pan American now 10 of 11 from the free throw line. That's obviously a great strength for them. haven't shot, I'm sure, as many free throws as they would have liked. But as we come down the last 10 minutes, I look for them to stay aggressive. The next foul that the Wolverines commit puts them in puts Pan American in the bonus, sets them to the free throw line. The way they've been shooting, that could present a problem. Wolverines got to stay away from fouling unnecessarily.
And you say that that's a strength, their free throw shooting. Well, it hasn't been. They're only a 64% free throw shooting team. So, but not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight.
It's a 3-point ball game under 10 minutes to play, and the ball is swatted out of bounds by Valera.
Rod, a couple of the last offensive sets where the Wolverines have scored, they've kind of run an offense where they have a handoff, almost where a player kind of kills a little bit of time. Another player will run off of him, and they'll just hand the ball off, clear out one side. Aaron England, that's how he scored on that last jumper. Well, when he got fouled, that last jump stop that he came to. So see if they run another play like that, maybe for Kevin Woods or for Aaron England again, run him off another player and just do a simple handoff.
And you can see Dearden kind of got a need there, so he'll take a seat. Kevin Woods comes in for him. They run the screen out high to England, got it on the right side. Way out top to Scobes, who just checked in, back out to Woods. 16 seconds on the shot clock. England's got it top of the key, right side to Scobes, trying to get inside to Fannin, nothing there. Kevin Woods has it, makes a move inside the paint. He'll put up an 18-footer. Good. Kevin Woods is feeling it here in the second half.
And what a great job he did there. That's his second basket as the shot clock has been running down, and they put the ball in his hands and say, make a play for us, and he has. He's hit 2 key jumpers for 4 points of his 11.
11 points on 4 of 4 shooting for Kevin Woods. Urbanus inside, no good. Scobes with the rebound. Quickly out to Kevin Woods. Woods on the right side, down in the corner to England. Making a move, puts up an 18-footer. That's short, not a good shot by Aaron England. Urbanus has it to Manny Hendricks. Hendricks out top to Trader. Right side to Smith. Underneath to Manny Hendricks, blocked away. Valera had it. That goes off the rim, and Scobes hauls it in. 2 good looks for the Broncos, but nothing could fall.
Wolverines very lucky to come away on that possession without letting Pan America score. As I didn't see who the player was that got beat, but they had a wide open layup, just missed.
Scobes for 3, that's too hard. Tyree Petty goes high over Manny Hendricks, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Petty. It's a 5-point ball game, 45-40 with 8:27 left here in the second half. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson on a special night, Ronnie Price night. He was inducted into the Utah Valley University Hall of Fame earlier and then honored at halftime. And the largest crowd of the season. Some of them have filed out, but a lot of them have stuck around to see a nice second half and a nice push by the Wolverines here to begin this second half. 45-40, Wolverines up by 5. Burns has it on the right wing, just checked in. Urbanus left side. Skip pass to Marie. He'll put up a 3. That rims out, and Justin Baker, who just checked back in, hauls in the rebound. Good look for Jared Marie, but he could not get it. And after scoring 14 in the first half, Jared Marie, nothing here so far in the second. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis for Coach Hunsaker in the locker room as well.
Definitely was. Top
of the key, Deadweiler swings it around right side to Petty. Tried to get inside to Baker, but the pass was a little bit short and knocked out. All right, on radio, we're going to take a timeout, but on TV, we are going to go back to Michelle with a special guest.
Okay, we're here with President Holland. President, what has Ronnie brought to Utah Valley University?
Well, Ronnie is a great symbol for our university. You know, he came out of nowhere. People thought he was small and couldn't play, but he worked hard. He's just pushed at every level and gotten better and better, just like this university has. So,
what would you like to see in his future?
I think he's going to have a terrific NBA career. He represents those values of hard work and competition. I think he's going to have a great stint in the NBA and continue to make us proud here at UVU.
Thanks, President Holland. Back to you.
.44 left here in the second half. Wolverines on top by 5, 45-40. Wolverines jumped out to a 16-0 run in the second half and turned that 10-point deficit into a 6-point lead. And right now it's a 5-point lead, 45-40 with 7:44 left here in the second half. Wolverines on top of the Broncos. Matt?
I got a couple of key stats that I want to talk about. I know that after the game, you could probably bring this up to Coach Sunsaker and he'll be very pleased with it. 1 basket for Pan America in the second half, 1 for 14, 7%. Also, Wolverines, 10 turnovers. They've turned the ball over twice in the second half, but they've done a better job of taking care of the ball. 24 points in the paint for the Wolverines. I think this is the most important stat, or probably the most glaring, is that Wolverines have 32 points off of the bench. 32 of their 45 here have come from players who have come off of the bench. That just goes to show you that, you know, necessarily starting a basketball game doesn't mean very much. It's what you do when you're in there, and finishing it is more important than starting also.
All right, back to action now. Kevin Woods has it, drives the paint, puts it up off the glass, and he's called for the charge. Second time he's been called for a charge as he's tried to get a little aggressive, but that time the Broncos were ready.
Yeah, as we'll see the replay here, Kevin, you know, continuing his aggression that he's come out with.
Nathan Hawkins right there.
Yeah, nice play. I know that's one of the hardest things to do, a basketball move, is to continue your aggression like that and to pull up and take a jump shot. But that would have been the play there, but you know, Kevin was still very good in his drive to the basket.
Urbanus kicks out to Marie, over to Weiermeiler. He'll put it up off the glass. No good. Another good look, and they couldn't convert. And the Wolverines come down with the basketball with 7:12 left. It's a 5-point Wolverine lead, 45-40. Kevin Woods has it, setting up the offense way out front. Swarbrick now on the left side. Inside to Baker, puts it up off the glass. Easy done. Justin Baker, nice movement by the Wolverines.
You know, that duo has been incredible in the second half. Kevin to Justin. Justin now with 12 points. Kevin now with 3 assists and 11 points, but they've been the difference makers here in the second half, those two.
Marie puts up the 18-footer, no good. Baker with another rebound. That's his 7th rebound. So Justin Baker off the bench, 12 points, 7 rebounds. 7-point Wolverine lead, under 6.5 to play, 47-40. Swarbrick got it on the left side, now with the right-hand dribble, brings it out top of the key, looking straight down the barrel. Left side to Kevin Woods, again inside to Baker. He's got another easy bucket off the glass. Same play as the trip before, and it worked. Baker now with 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting.
You know, if it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what they did there. I mean, why would you not run the same play? I think they'll run it the next time they get it as well.
Largest lead of the night for the Wolverines. It's 9, but Nathan Hawkins cuts that lead down to 7 with a little jumper inside. 49-42, under 6 to play. 7-point lead, Wolverines lead. Swarbrick's got it top of the key to Baker. Baker squares up to the bucket. Inside to a cutting Deadweiler, puts it up off the glass, and it didn't fall, but he's fouled. Nice move by Deadweiler, got himself open underneath.
You know, and that came off of a flex offense. That's all that the Wolverines were running there, is a flex offense, and what the key to the flex is, hard cuts and good screens, and that's what they got there. Sean with a nice tight cut right around the backside of the screener, got him open.
Deadweiler shooting 2. First one is off the mark. Scobes coming in for Baker. Baker, a well-deserved rest. There you see Deadweiler coming in and getting the foul called. Deadweiler will have another free throw. He's 1 for 3 from the foul line. His only point, makes the second one. 2 points on 2 free throws, 2 of 4 for Sean Deadweiler. 8-point lead, 50-42. Wolverines out in front, under 5.5 to play here. Burns got it. Out top to Urbanus. Urbanus working on Deadweiler, back out to Hearns. Hearns thought about the 3, now inside, and it's stolen away by Swarbrick, but he stepped out of bounds as they try to get the ball into Matt Merzicki. And Swarbrick, nice defensive play.
Great job of reading where the pass was going to be going. As I said, the Wolverines like to front. Jordan Swarbrick was not able to get around the front there, but he still made a play to come up with a deflection.
Urbanus has it in the corner. Now he drives the baseline, and a foul will be called on Tyree Petty as Urbanus tried to make a move along the baseline. And that is the 7th team foul on the Wolverines. And for Tyree, that's the 8th team foul there. And for Tyree, that's his second. So Broncos in the bonus now. Urbanus at the line. First one's up and rolls off, and Kevin Woods goes high for the rebound. He was up over the rim for that one. That is pretty tasty. Kevin Woods, 6'1", going above the rim. Petty's got it top of the key to Scobes. Looking for Swarbrick, can't get it to him, now gets to Deadweiler. Deadweiler to Swarbrick, top of the key, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Petty's got it, way out front, ball knocked away by Hearns, and Hearns picks it up, and then he throws it away right to Petty. Quickly down to Deadweiler, puts up his shot, and he's fouled. What a heads-up play by Tyree Petty to find Sean Deadweiler.
As we'll see Tyree getting an earful there from Coach Sunsaker for getting the ball taken away from him. But a nice play there from Tyree coming up with the ball at half court. Unselfish pass ahead to Sean Deadweiler, and a nice finish there. Those are the kind of plays that you have to have if you're going to try and swing momentum more in your favor.
Sean Deadweiler going to the line. And he converts the three-point play. Sean Deadweiler with 5 points. And now it's an 11-point lead, the largest of the night for the Wolverines. 53-42. Just over 4.5 minutes left here in the second half. The three is taken by Urbanus off the mark, and Petty hauls it in and hands to Woods. So it's Wolverines' game now. Warwick way out front. Squares up to Scobes. Scobes looking for the cutters underneath. There's Petty, brings it out top. And Petty away from the ball. We got a foul as Weiermiller kind of bumped Kevin Woods as he tried to make a cut. So Kevin Woods, that's the 8th team foul on the Broncos. So Wolverines in a penalty situation here. So Woods going to the line, shooting 1-and-1.
You know, from seeing my share of games as Kevin misses their first free throw, with my share of games on the offensive end, they're going to look to just get catches, take care of the ball, and use up some clock.
Weiermiller takes it all the length of the floor and up and in, and the foul. Foul is on Kevin Woods. And so just like that, Weiermiller cuts into that lead, 53-44, and can convert a three-point play here with a made free throw. For Kevin, that's his 3rd foul. Cut the lead here to 8 with a make.
That's one of the few breakdowns we've seen in transition defense from the Wolverines as number 12 Weiermiller was just able to take the ball the whole length of the court basically. As they say, you know, that's a 5-point swing. The two points that Kevin missed on the free throws, and then the 3 made by the Pan Am player.
53-45, 8-point Wolverine lead. Deadweiler's got it. Over to Petty. Petty looking for cutters underneath. Nothing there. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Almost a 5-second clock on Petty. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Kevin Woods has got it. Drives along the baseline. Corner. Scobes. 3. Good. Jordan Swarbrick with the 3. At the shot clock buzzer. 56-45. The lead is back to 11.
Kevin Woods making plays. Once again, the ball in his hands with the shot clock running down, and he delivers. That's the 3rd that I can remember with that shot clock running low.
Swarbrick with 13 on 5 of 10 shooting underneath. Hearns goes up for the shot, and he's fouled. So Julius Hearns will be going to the free throw line, but first we've got a timeout. With 3:03 remaining here in the second half, the Wolverines stretch that lead to 11, 56-45. Back here at the event center, 3:03 remaining in the second half. The Wolverines lead is now 11, 56-45. Rod Zundel along with Matt Peterson on Ronnie Price night. Number 24, former Wolverine, inducted into the Utah Valley Hall of Fame. For student housing information, text Wolverine to 47464. Wolverine Crossing, 3-point sponsor. Matt, after shooting 32% in the first half, the Wolverines are now 59% in the second half. Much, much better. Of course, the shots are much better, too.
Yeah, and they've gotten much better shots. I think they've run their sets well, leading to those shots. But, you know, I feel like I'm very redundant sometimes when I talk about defense for the Wolverines, because I know that Coach Hunsaker stresses that so much, and that keeps them in so many games and has won them so many games. I mean, let's take a look at tonight. Almost 17 minutes of action in the second half, and now 13 points that have been scored by Texas Pan Am. I think that's really good. You know, that's been great defense, and no surprise here to see Pan Am coming out in a press, trying to get some turnovers here at the end of the game.
And the Wolverines trying to break that pressure. They got to get it across the court. There's just bodies all over the floor. Dick Hunsaker wanted to call a timeout, but they say that the Wolverines didn't have possession. Dick Hunsaker not happy with the way his Wolverines were breaking that pressure there. And a possession arrow going to Texas Pan American, and they'll reset the shot clock. So 9-point lead, 56-47. Wolverines on top by 9. 2:50 left here in the second half. Weiermiller with the ball on the left wing. Out top to Urbanus. Back to Urbanus. Urbanus lost the ball and it goes out of bounds. Last touch though by Deadweiler. 22 on the shot clock for the Broncos.
You know, a couple things I want to point out maybe here, Rod, at the end of the game. Watch for those threes. They could be looking to take a lot of threes, which will lead to long rebounds. Every Wolverine player has to crash the glass to get those rebounds. And if Pan American scores, you've got to be ready for the press because they're surely going to do it.
There's one of your threes by Weiermiller, and the long rebound hauled in by Swarbrick. So just as you said, the Wolverines were cautious of the long rebound and picked it up. Under 2.5 to play here. Wolverines up 9, 56-47. Swarbrick's got it over to Tyree Petty. Squares up, looking for somebody, now finds Deadweiler. 17 on the shot clock. Deadweiler picked up by Weiermiller, and Weiermiller fouls Deadweiler. A lot of W's in that.
Yeah, a lot of W's.
So Deadweiler will be going to the line, shooting 2 now as they're in the bonus. Chance to ice this baby from the free throw line. As a team, the Wolverines are 75% from the foul line. It's not bad. But tonight, they're only 12 of 21. Now make that 13 of 22 as Deadweiler knocks that one down. He's 4 of 6 from the foul line tonight for a total of 6 points.
You know, you got a 10-point lead, 2 minutes left on offense. You just have to take care of the basketball, run the clock down. But you have to be aware that Pan America is going to go for steals, and they're going to be very aggressive. So you just have to be strong with the basketball. And when you get fouled, you have to go to the free throw line, as Sean did there, and make both your free throws and just stretch the lead out even more.
Deadweiler now with 7 points, on 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from the field. Weiermiller takes it inside, had a good look, but didn't fall, and Baker picks up the rebound. That's his 9th rebound. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Got 14 points to go along with those 9. Swarbrick top of the key, left side to Tyree Petty. Back to Deadweiler. Deadweiler to Swarbrick. Trying to run a little clock off here. Kind of running like a 3-man weave out front. Baker's got it. That's not the guy you want to have the ball. Swarbrick now. They're trying to foul him, and their jump ball. Swarbrick and Weiermiller. Jump ball. Possession arrow will be going to Utah Valley. So the Broncos putting on some pretty stiff pressure there out top.
Yeah, just what I said. They're coming for the basketball. They are coming to try and take it away from you. You got to be able to be strong with the ball and break their pressure with passes. And if you're a teammate of the person getting trapped, you got to find yourself. You got to get open. You got to make yourself an outlet for that player.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Deadweiler's got it. Got to shoot it. Gets it off for 15. No good. Tyree Petty goes for the rebound, and he's got it. Back out front to Deadweiler. Shot clock resets. They got another 35. I would expect the Broncos to have to foul now. Kevin Woods is fouled by Urbanus. So what a big rebound there to ice it by Tyree Petty. You know, he's done that a couple of times, gone over the defender.
Definitely, and key on the offensive rebounds. And I've been keeping my eye on his stat line tonight. I mean, if we look at this, it's not often that a player has 5 times as many rebounds as they do points. He has 2 points in the game, but 11 rebounds. So he's been very aggressive. Hasn't been much of a factor on the offensive end with points-wise, but he does keep possessions alive. And with 11 rebounds, I thought, that's a great stat for Tyree.
Kevin Woods makes the first free throw. He's 4 of 7 from the foul line. He has 12 points. Fans over here yelling at Ronnie Price saying thank you. Weiermiller puts up a 3. That's good. So Nick Weiermiller cuts the lead to 9, 59-50 with 1:05 left. And Ryan Marks wants a 30-second timeout now. And expect this for the next minute and 5, Matt.
Exactly.
3-point shots and foul.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like we always get into these situations when we do these games, but a couple keys are that obviously you have to have good free throw shooters in the game. You've got to do everything you can to get the ball into your best free throw shooter's hands. The role of the inbounder is very, very critical here. You cannot turn the ball over on your side or underneath the basket, but once you get to the free throw line, just get to the line, take your shots, make your free throws, and take care of the basketball, and you should be fine in this situation.
All right, there's Ronnie Price. He was standing up for the school song there. What a night for Ronnie, and couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Very quiet, very humble. Was he humble in the locker room?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, he led by example, definitely, and it was something that everybody looked up to. And whenever there was a problem on the court, a problem off the court, anything to do with basketball, we looked to Ronnie, and Ronnie was definitely the quiet leader, but definitely the leader.
All right, here comes the pressure now. Swarbrick trying to find somebody, finds Deadweiler, and Deadweiler's quickly fouled by Weiermiller. Weiermiller fouls Deadweiler.
It's a tongue twister. You've had to.
You wasky wabbit.
Yeah, glad you're saying it more often than I am.
So Sean Deadweiler going to the free throw line again. He's made a few trips there in the second half. He's 5 of 7 from the foul line, 7 points, only 1 of 5 shooting, but he also has 5 rebounds. He'll have 2 shots coming here. First one is good. 8 points on 6 of 8 from the free throw line. 60-50, 10-point lead. And only 1 second run off the clock.
Yeah,
when they inbounded the ball there. So
it could be a long minute. But defensively for the Wolverines here, match up in transition. Get your players and know that they're going to look to drive and shoot those long threes.
Deadweiler makes both free throws for a total of 9 points. And that's not what you want, a foul to stop the clock. And that will be called on Tyree Petty. So now Weiermiller will go to the line with the clock stopped, shooting a pair. 3rd foul on Petty. 11-point lead, exactly 1 minute left here in the event center on Ronnie Price night. Weiermiller's free throw rims out. Julius Hearns checks in. And Ben Smith will take a seat. Weiermiller has another one coming. Weiermiller 11 points, 2 rebounds. He's now 1 of 2 from the foul line. Second one is good. Back down to a 10-point lead, 61-51. Valera comes in, and Mirzicki will take a seat.
Let's see if the Wolverines on this inbound can keep the ball out of the corners. That's the last place you want to inbound it, and that's where they have no. We see a nice defensive play there from Pan America, but
Swarbrick forced to call a timeout. And that's a 30-second timeout. Adidas is now the official outfitter of UVU Athletics. To check out Adidas apparel, go to adidas.com. And the Provo Super 8 on University Parkway is proud to handle athletic teams for UVU. Call 801-374-6020 for special UVU rates. That's the Provo Super 8. And by the way, you can see highlights of this and a story on Ronnie Price tonight on KSL Channel 5 Sports at 10 o'clock. Well, 4 seconds have run off the clock in the last 5 minutes. So we'll see how this finishes up here. 10-point lead for the Wolverines. Swarbrick taking the ball out of bounds again. In the corner to Kevin Woods. Kevin Woods takes it to the midcourt stripe, and there he's fouled by Valera. So that time they got an open guy.
Yeah, they did, and it was kind of a cross-court inbounds pass there from Jordan Swarbrick. You know, it's very hard for a defense to guard a team like that who's trying to inbound the ball. It's very hard to play that style of defense, and Wolverines did a nice job of just getting the ball in bounds. And then Kevin did a nice job of not staying in the backcourt, but looking to push it up into the front court.
Kevin Woods averages 2 points a game. He has 12. Made a good fortune at the free throw line here in the second half. He's 4 of 8. And he's a perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, he's been the one that's...
All 4 of those coming in the second half.
Yeah, and he's been the one that's created the offense here, just like we said somebody needed to do at halftime. As he makes that first free throw to give him 13 points. But you know, a great game from Kevin. I think obviously all the Wolverines contributed, but I think he played a huge role in the second half. Granted, the game's not over yet. 58 seconds left, but those free throws will...
It's over, Kevin. It's over, man.
Yeah, I like to give the benefit of the doubt.
Marie down the barrel for 3. Kevin Woods with the rebound, and they're trying to foul him, and Deadweiler is fouled by Ben Smith. So you can say it.
Yeah.
It's over. You can even turn out the lights. There's Steve Watts over there on the and his lovely wife. Hi.
I'm sure he's loving this break.
Yeah,
you know, he's gonna want to be sitting over there for every game from now on. So
he's got front row seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Watts. He's our the guy we love.
Of course, probably knowing Steve, he's probably over there just calling the game next to his wife and next to a former player, Pierre Thomas, over there as well.
Yeah,
he's still probably talking. He's not taking it easy.
Yeah, or yelling at the refs.
Yeah, one of the two. He's making friendly conversation each time the ref goes by in front of him. I've been watching that.
Mm-hmm. 65-51. Swarbrick with the steal. Come on, baby! Boy, I thought he could have got a technical there for hanging on the rim, but Swarbrick with his 15th point of the night, 67-51. And Ryan Marks is upset that the technical wasn't called for Swarbrick for hanging on the rim. Underneath, Nathan Hawkins goes in for 2, and he's fouled.
You know, I know from my playing days, the thing that drives Coach Hunsaker crazy, and any coach crazy, is that you give up a basket like that. Only with 20, granted the game is over, Wolverines are going to end up with the victory, but giving up a basket like that and a free throw with only 20 seconds left, I know it drives coaches crazy.
Nathan Hawkins at the line. Good man to have there. He's only 27% free throw shooter. And only 22 seconds left. And that shot not close. Shot clock off. Wolverines are going to win this one and go to 9-2 here at home. All right, that's the buzzer right there. That is the buzzer. And the Wolverines move to 9-2 here in the Event Center as they have got the win, 67-53. We will try to get Coach Hunsaker here and hopefully Ronnie Price and talk a little bit of a special night here for both of these guys. 67-53 is your final. The Wolverines get the win over Texas Pan American. And we're going to get Dick Hunsaker to chat with us here for a moment. All right, Coach Hunsaker, congratulations on the win. What did you say at halftime to erase that 10-point deficit?
Not what I said, it was what Ronnie Price said at halftime.
He went in the locker room?
He was coming off the court and just rolled into the locker room after his received his presentation. And not only was it Ronnie Price's night, Hall of Fame induction at Utah Valley University, he brought us back and inspired us with some terrific words of encouragement that the kids took to heart and came out of the locker room, and one of the finest turnarounds of a halftime I've ever been around.
All right, Ronnie Price is going to join us as well right here. Ronnie, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
All right, Ronnie Price, congratulations on a great night. We've got your coach here, Coach Hunsaker. Talk to us, what does it mean to you to come back here and have all these people honor you the way they did tonight?
No, it was great. I think we all had a good time. This is something that I can share, with the fans and with my old teammates, and I think it's something that we can all look back on and just enjoy.
And Coach, you've coached a lot of great players, but he's got to be one of your special ones.
No, Ronnie Price is, number one. Ronnie Price is fabulous.
We got a good win tonight, too.
Ronnie Price was just sensational. Ronnie Price.
Hey, we got a good win tonight.
Ronnie Price now 1-0.
Hey, and Ronnie, Coach gave you credit for this team coming out in the second half with the way they did by what you said.
No, those guys played well.
Absolutely terrific, and the kids came out, put that first half behind them. Ronnie said some wonderful words of inspiration, and I'll have to let him win a couple golf holes against me.
No, I'm not listening to that. Hey, those guys played hard tonight, well coached like always, and it was fun to see the energy on the bench, coming from Coach. I loved it. It brought back a lot of memories.
When you get inducted to the Hall of Fame, you're usually like 60 or 70 years old. Can you get used to Hall of Famer?
I can't. No, I don't. No, it hadn't sunken in yet.
All right. Well, Ronnie Price, congratulations on being inducted, and I hope you enjoyed the night. We enjoyed seeing you tonight, and this great honor for you.
Good win, Coach.
Thanks, Ronnie. Thanks again.
All right. All right, Coach, you gotta love a guy like that to come back and has done so much for this university and just to help the basketball program.
Who thought he would win a game for us 5 years removed? But that's what he did tonight. Certainly, what a wonderful crowd. What a wonderful tribute from our community in thanking Ronnie Price for what he's meant to Utah Valley University. And that's really what we saw tonight with this crowd. It was a thank you for what Ronnie has done, what he represents, and it's very touching to me, and Ronnie is such a special young guy. He's also in his high school Hall of Fame, and so as soon as Ronnie is such a, the gifts that he has and the way he uplifts and his positive attitude, demeanor about him, it truly is a wonderful thing and something that we do and will always cherish.
Now back to on the court. You're down 10 at halftime, but Kevin Woods came out, hit a couple of quick baskets, and just provided the energy, I think, to get this team going. You went on a 16-0 run to open up the second half.
Kevin Woods was sensational. There was a number of kids that came out that second half and just really played great. Our bugaboo got us in that first half. We go in those darn dry spells. It's so hard to play, offense is defense in so many ways in the game, and that we hit that dry spell and the kids were down. We played very poorly. We made many poor choices and decisions, and just came out. Every one of them that played that second half. Justin Baker, I don't know who you give the game ball to, from Justin Baker to Tyree Petty to Deadweiler was gutty and gritty defensively for us. Kevin Woods provided the spark. Schwarbrick, I thought Tyree Petty was one of his better games. Stayed within himself so well, and teams ended up winning the ball game.
Yeah, it was a great all-around effort, especially in that second half. Coach, congratulations.
Sure, nice to see you down here, and nice to see you again. This brings back nice memories, and you brought us a few good wins along the way. So thanks again.
I think I'm a 90% winning clip here when I come down here.
And thanks again to all the fans and all the people at Utah Valley University who spent so much time in preparing and putting on this great evening.
It was a great night, a special night, and you topped it off with a win. So you finished it off in style. All right, that is the Costa Vida postgame show. Coach Dick Hunsaker, the Wolverines getting the win 67-53 on a very special night. Ronnie Price inducted into the Utah Valley University. Well, that will do it for us on 1400 K-Star and also on UVU Television. I'm Rod Zundel for Matt Peterson and our entire crew, both on radio and TV. Congratulations to Ronnie Price and the Wolverines for the win tonight, 67-53. Have a pleasant good evening, everybody. We'll see you next time.